So, good morning. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Very good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Today, I will going to discuss with introduction to UGC MOOC courses. I think by and large, you are all aware of it. Massive open online courses. Under the thing, we are running massive open online courses under the Swayam platform, as well as University Grant Commission. Then also we are going to discuss some of the UGC regulation related with these Swayam courses. Then also annual refresher program for the teachers. So these are some of the content we are going to discuss in this session. As far as an understanding, the entire as far as for the gross enrollment in higher education is a very important aspect. We need to be keep it in mind. Looking the data, almost 13 to 14, we have only 23%. So now we are taking for the almost 27%. That is for the least for as far as recent data as well as for the gross enrollment in higher education. Then one of the interesting thing is any initiative is taken by either Ministry of Education or maybe respective state, we need to be taking into consider for the costing. That is for the expenditure also playing very, very important role. Under the expenditure on education, looking the data as well as 1920, we have only 2.8%. So this is something we need to be look into it. As far as national education policy, as far as 2000 NEP 2020, then also made for 6% of GDP criteria. So this is something we need to be that will given for the more importance on education. This is probably it will going to be happen in the upcoming days. Then further understanding for there is a lot of attempt were made as far as for the information and communication technology initiatives in the higher education. As far as our all teacher all involving for the implementing for the various programs, then also we are all aware of this. We are also day to day we are doing for the blended mode of teaching and learning. Then University Grant Commission also introduced for academic bank credit. So this is under the framework. Then also given for the each student, they'll given for some kind of ABC under the academic bank credit. They can earn the credit for the anywhere else in the university or maybe in the entire whichever the university is offering for the various courses. Finally, they can have the credit, whichever the credit they earn, that can be incorporated is her mark sheet. So this is something already there in the as far as for the in the regulation of 2020-21. Then you are all familiar with so many open education resources. So this is again focusing for National Mission on Education through Information Communication. This is also one of the initiative under the Ministry of Education for the earlier it was the Ministry of Human Resource Development, as well as National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology is playing very, very important role as far as education is concerned. Then under the NMICT, they introduced for NPTEL, National Program or Technology Enabled Learning. Under the NPTEL is running for the so many courses because NPTEL is also one among the national coordinator for as well as for the MOOC course is concerned. Then subsequently you can see for the EPG partial. I think some of the faculty are all familiar with all these open education resources. Under the EPG partial, you will get a lot of information because a lot of e-content are made available under the EPG partial. That can be you can make use of as a student or maybe you can as a teacher you can read that whatever the content is there in the respective subject. Then another interesting as well as for the National Digital Library under the NDL, they are also given for the so much repository, digital repositories made available probably under the National Digital Library. The IIT Kharagpur is the national coordinator. They are also provided for the almost 4 crores as well as for the digital repository made available under the national digital level. This is something under the open education resources. As far as Swayam is concerned, we started as well as under the massive open online courses. Then also you are all familiar with learning management system because after COVID, probably you are all familiar with using for the various learning platforms. Then also some of the university they started for the own learning management system. Even if you're taking for the InflibNet under the working under the UGC, as far as InflibNet also they started for their own learning management system that is a free of cost that any institute or maybe any university can be used for this learning management system. Then also as far as NEP, then we are all there in the under the choice-based credit system in the earlier. As far as understanding the thing, we are all familiar with this Bloom's taxonomy. Then also each courses we need to be program need to be what is the outcome based education. These are some of the content as well as very, very important. We need to be focused as a teacher. Then understanding, because we need to taking for this, we call it as a positive trends as far as for the demographic dividends. So as in India is concerned, almost 0 to 24 years, there is a 650 million populations per there. That's why we call it as a demographic dividend. These demographic dividend probably will help you for another 5 years, another 10 years, probably India having for the robust working population. Probably that will major contribution will be for the in the economy or something like that. That's why they call it as India is a demographic dividend. Then another interesting, we need to take internet penetration. This is again, as India is saying for the second highest internet penetration. So this is probably looking the data as well. Already they made some kind of prediction. Probably even some of the data is available in the 2023 also, almost 1,240 million internet users in India. So here, then also taking for this, by and large, very important component we need to be keep it in mind as an education. Lot of online education players also playing very important role. Probably you're all aware of it. One of the interesting thing is probably in your home, probably where all the children were there, probably Baiju. So Baiju is also one of the leading educational app, probably taking into as far as in India is concerned. So this is again they're playing for the online education players is very important. They play very important role. That's also we need to be look into it as well as for the internet penetration is concerned. The second important, looking as far as the what is the trend of this internet penetration by taking for the 2006 only 2% for the as far as a total population only 2% is the internet penetration. By taking 2023 almost 50%, including both on rural and urban. Probably taking for the urban more than 70% will be there for the internet penetration. So this is something we need to understand. We are all involving for the very important either in the one or another way for the as well as using for the as a online. Whatever the education or maybe whatever the other form of the thing. Then as well as for the smart penetration also one of the thing, probably this also again given for the more importance. Then this is again probably can whenever you type it in the Google, you take for the internet usage in a minute, probably looking for the entire thing in a minute, probably the given for the major share will be there for the email. Then also followed by the Google search or something like that. This for the some other thing. This data will help you for understanding how much that internet users in the entire globe that will understanding. Then this is again as a mobile traffic share were there in the thing. Then further as far as understanding lifelong learning instead of learn and retire. So because earlier thing we need to learn then also learn then retire. But now we are taking for in the present context we need to be lifelong learning instead of learn and retire. Then again, already given for the domain, future of work is online based. This is something very important because already you are all aware of it. Very important taking for the as a researcher, are you taking into consider the various things? Probably AI playing for the very important role in the present context, probably taking for the artificial intelligence or maybe machine learning. So many upcoming that areas of interest, they're playing very important role for the in the research or maybe taking into consider for the various other forms. So that's why taking into consider for the future of work is online based. Probably we need to be equipped with as a faculty, as a teacher, probably we need to be more focused on as well as for the online based activities as well as for the online based education is concerned. Then another interesting aspect, Ministry of Education almost proposed to spending almost 2,300 crores for developing and translating digital course content and resources over the next 5 years. So this is again the teacher is playing very important role as far as for the creating the content. So this is something very important. We need to be keep it in mind in the upcoming days. Now you're all there in the as well as for the following for the traditional classroom. What is there in the thing? But upcoming days they'll given for the mandate for each teacher need to be developed for the MOOC course. So that is for the mandate. Probably some of the thing already is there in the where the teacher was teaching in the IITs or maybe IACs. They're also made mandate for each teacher should have a one MOOC courses need to be developed or something like that. This is something where there probably the teachers upcoming days. Then again there is a major role will be there for as well as for the Swayam or maybe creating the digital content. Then different e-learning technique will be used to YouTube, Google Classroom, Swayam probably EPG part. These are the some of the things were there probably in the later taking for the various initiatives of the Ministry of Education. There we'll discuss about these are all the details. Then as one of the pillars of the Digital India initiative of Government of India, they started Swayam under National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. Then as far as an understanding, because learning management system is the platform, then again same kind of thing probably taking for the massive open online courses. This is the course. Then again, taking for these are the platforms as well as for this Swayam is the platform for the India. As far as MOOC courses under the Swayam is the indigenous built platform under the Swayam. Then all the MOOC courses will be running under the Swayam platform. So this is again you are all familiar with whatever the learning management system as well as for the MOOCs is concerned. I will not go for the detailing. Then another, this is only for as a teacher we need to understand, because day to day you are all framing the syllabus, day to day you are taking into consideration revising the syllabus, day to day you are making for the overall whatever the in the pedagogy of an entire curriculum. We need to understand for the Bloom's taxonomy, because this is very important as far as, because already in the NEP also they link with this Bloom's taxonomy. Then also already overall teacher is teaching in under the credit based choice system. Then also taking for the various accredited body, probably taken into consider for the NAC, or you taken into consider the that whatever the NBO, whatever the thing. These are all the organization already made for mandate for Bloom's taxonomy. Then also called as outcome based learning. Then also in the each subject, then also each that whatever the syllabi you devise for the particular subject. Then also given for the what is the weightages given for the, all these six elements. We call it as a 6 elements or maybe 6 component, taking into consider, remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. So this is something very important as far as an understanding. So only my question is looking for all these 6 elements. How many element is there in the present in our syllabus, in our the curriculum, or maybe in our program? All these 6 component or 6 element were integrated or not? Yes, yes, sir. I am audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Out of 6 element or maybe 6 component, how many component we are already were practicing? Up to evaluation you are practicing, up to analyze you are practicing. Is there any scope for creativity? So this is something very important. Probably we need to be keep it in mind as a teacher. Looking all these Bloom's taxonomy, creativity, and also very important, because already they started for the under the NEP. We need to be taking for the information centers. Are you taken into concept the innovation center? So many things there already they made in the line with research and development. Then also various other app applications and other component. Probably up to that some extent probably taken into consider all in the university setup or maybe in the institutional level. Probably some extent you can given for the scope or apply. Then also some kind of analyze that will be there. Probably if there any courses is the project based, or maybe you're having for the any kind of thing, probably given for the analyze. But evaluated creativity given for the very limited scope, probably given for the is whichever the courses you are device, probably given for the equal weightages of all the 6 component. Probably that's also as an advantage for the student taking for the upcoming days. This is only for the understanding for this new opportunity for learning under the Bloom's taxonomy. Probably can there is so many new editions are also available. They are also given for this various component. Then also given for the various attempt also made, probably looking for the various this Minister of Education, then also University Grant Commission and ACTS. They also made for the series of program organized for understanding this Bloom's taxonomy, how this Bloom's taxonomy can be integrated in our day-to-day whatever the syllabi or maybe whatever the subject you are going to be teach in the particular semester. So based on the thing, how you are going to be integrated. These are the some of the things were there. Probably whenever you free, probably can go to that Google, probably can look into it, this Bloom taxonomy. Then as far as this is, I'll take for only for the some of the component, any of that other component will be there. Under these open education resources, Minister of Human Resource Development, now we call it as Minister of Education. Then also NCERT also made a lot of OER repository that's made available. Then NPTEL, there is a lot of content is available, freely available. Then also it is also available in the open, you can download the content. Then under the NMICT also a lot of content already is there. Then also given National Digital Library, you can have more than 4 crores books are made available. This is my sincere advice is probably you can instruct your student, probably take the whichever the syllabus you have there is syllabi, then also there is some references. Probably they can spend for the half an hour or 1 hour just to go to that National Digital Library, take the reference of whichever the reference books are given for the respective course or respective program. Based on the thing they can download. These are all the some of the thing, probably 80 to 90% of the entire country, whatever the syllabus were there, almost these 4 crores digital repositories covering. So this is something very important. Probably can instruct your student. Probably that's very useful. Then also probably can as institutional level, probably can register for under NDL. You will get the membership and also you will get a lot of resources. Then also InflipNet, this is very important. Probably any universities or maybe any institute going for the learning management system, probably under the InflipNet, probably can request InflipNet. They will give for the learning management system in the free of cost. Probably need to be run it. Then also there is a UNESCO. Also there is a so many that whatever the open education resources. These are all the some of the component for there. So these are all the general understanding as well as for the open education resource also playing very important role in the entire as well as for in the online education. Then as far as an understanding, looking the massive open online courses in a global scale, this is something as far as an understanding, 2012 there is only for 2 million learners for this, but 2022 almost 180 million. So this is something that is what is the growth looking for the phenomenal increase as well as for the MOOC courses is concerned. The university partner is 40, then almost 950 were there. Then again 50 courses, probably 16,000 courses are made available. So much revenue is generated. This is something that's also given for the more emphasis given for the massive open online courses as well as looking the data is concerned. Then as far as massive open online, because already we are all familiar with this large enrollment number, no mandatory qualification, fully online. Then also structured courses contained in online. These are all again unlimited participation, open access via the web. These are all the some of the as a prerequisite, and also we call it as a massive open online courses. Then under these massive open online courses, they given for the three basic philosophy: anytime, anyone, and anywhere. This is something day to day what you are doing for the thing. Probably we have the our individual email. Then whenever you free, probably you can log in. You can check it. The same kind of thing. As soon as if any student or any faculty registering for the under the Swayam platform as a MOOC courses, then probably the dashboard will be there. As soon as you registered, then a dashboard will be there. Under the dashboard, probably anytime you log in, that all the content is made available in your dashboard. So anytime if you are free, only you should have an that Android mobile, and as well as for your internet connection, probably you can view the content anytime, anywhere, anyone. So this is something already they made it. We call it as a basic philosophy of the massive open online courses. Then these are all the some of the trends were there. I will as well as for the thing as a speedy progress of the thing. Then this is something we need to understand. The entire country we have almost 9 national coordinators. The coordinating for the massive open online courses for the entire country. Almost 203 partnering institutes were there for the entire country. Now again that number also changed, because recently also we had a meeting for the 2 weeks back. We had a meeting with the Joint Secretary Minister of Education as well as for the University Grant Commission Secretary. So based on the thing, because a lot of changes is happening as well as for the massive open online courses as well as for the Swayam platform is concerned. As looking the data, almost 10,000 courses are completed courses. This taking for this Swayam is started in the year of 2017. Then full-fledged they started for implementing for the 2018 onwards. Probably we are in the almost 11th cycle. We are almost completing for the 11th cycle. We are going to be by January. Then also they are introducing for the 12th cycle. So this is something very important. So almost 10,000 courses completed for the so far from 2017 to till date. Then looking the other side data, probably student enrollment almost 3 crore plus. There is a huge number of students have enrolled for the enthusiastically enrolled for the Swayam courses, but come to the examination registration only for the some numbers is drastically reduced. Then also taking for the successful certification. This is something we need to be keep it in mind, very important as well as for the understanding. Then examination registration and certification, probably looking the thing almost overall register for the examination. Then also got for the get the almost 60 to 64%. Some extent there is an improvement, whatever there is an registration as well as for the certifications for there. This is something very important as well as for the overall progress of these massive open online courses under the Swayam platform. Then these are all the some of the thing. NPTEL is the most visited academic YouTube channel in the world. This is again National Program of Technology Enabled Learning, again mainly controlled by the ACT. Under this NPTEL program, there will a lot of content is made available. Again, is the globally they're accessing for this academic YouTube channel. Then further understanding as well as for the some of the courses, then also face, then also some kind of instructors. Because you are all familiar with the thing, not only for the Swayam platform, probably taken for the entire globe. There is so many other platform is made available. Anybody have enrolled for the any courses in the Swayam platform or maybe any other platform? I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible,
You are
sir.
audible, sir. You are
So you
audible,
are
sir.
all enrolled any Swayam courses or maybe any other than the Swayam courses, probably EDX, so many other services that MOOC courses provider is there. Anybody have enrolled, anybody have get an experience and exposure of these? Yes.
I'm enrolled in Swayam course.
So enrolled in Swayam course, yes, ma'am. So here, as well as for the course is concerned, some of the courses is the paid courses, some of the courses is the free course. As far as Swayam is concerned, the entire whichever the courses is made available under the Swayam platform, this is free of cost. No need to pay any kind of registration fee. Somebody want to enrolling for the courses in the some of the platform, the HEDX or maybe various Coursera or whatever the other platform is available for in the entire globe. We need to be pay for some kind of registration fee. So that is why they call it as some of the courses is the paid courses, some of the courses is the free courses. As well as for the Swayam, under the Swayam platform, the entire courses is the registration is the free. Then some of the thing very important, schedule driven and self-paced. So this is something. Schedule driven means they'll also already there is a fixed period, probably starting for the courses is starting from the 3 months, whatever 3 to 4 months, whatever the thing there is a schedule. We need to be stick on to the schedule. Self-paced means again as per based on our availability of the time, we need to be faced with what is our time availability, then only we schedule it. So this is something where there anyhow under the Swayam platform there is no any self-paced, it has to be schedule driven. Then when come to the instructor, university courses and also private firms, this is very important. Now, as far as in India is concerned under the Swayam platform, they also made mandate for each faculty need to be involved for as well as the development of the massive open online courses. Then also fast, probably 2016 they made the regulation. 2017 onwards they started for implementation of massive open online courses. Probably you're all familiar with the thing. Have you getting any projects from the UGC either in the major research project? Anybody have got any project from the University Grant Commission? Fast 5-10 years. Yes, anybody are familiar, anybody is aware of it?
No, sir.
Okay, so here they given
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
as soon as 2016 they introduced the regulation framework credit as well as for the massive open online courses. Based on the credit framework, they start for giving funding for major research project. They'll given for the encouraging for any faculty for the involving for the developing the MOOC courses. They'll given for 13.5 lakh. That is for the total whatever the course cost for the given for 13.5 lakh. That is also something probably we'll discuss in the later. Then also given for the more emphasis given for the faculty involvement of developing the same courses. The same thing already there in your 2018 or whatever the latest regulation of as well as the recruitment regulation of under the University Grant Commission. Then also given for the more weightages under the APA, whatever the annual performance indicator or maybe index, whatever the thing. Under this indicator, they'll given for the more weightages for the Swayam. So any faculty involved for the Swayam courses, then also they'll given some points for there in the thing. So here there's an instructor, there is university courses, then also private firms. As on today, as well as for the Swayam platform, we don't have any kind of private firms doing for anything, but taking for the various other platforms, there is so many other private players playing very important role for the under the Swayam courses. Then looking major platforms are players for the entire globe. Looking for as far as in India, we have Swayam, that is for the indigenous built platform under the Swayam. We are running for so many massive open online courses. Again, with the entire country, we have the national coordinator. The other side, again, we have the platform. There is a EDX, Course Builder, Blackboard, VJIQ, Moodle, Udacity. These are all the various platforms that are available in the various Swayam courses. Massive open online courses. Probably then you will get an experience and exposure of if you are joining for this other thing. Again, we need to be pay for at the time of registration. Again, we need to pay for so much dollar for registration of the particular courses. Even one of the interesting thing is in the COVID period, University of Edinburgh, almost 2,500 courses are made available for the free of cost. So this is something important. Probably that will help you for understanding. They'll give for the free of cost. They can enroll for the anyone as well as for whichever the courses made available under the Edinburgh University. Then as far as this is only for understanding, because these all massive open online courses is that originated by as MIT and Harvard. They are the major pioneer of entire these massive open online courses. They started in 2012. Then later also they will involving for the various other organizations also made an attempt under the edX. Probably whenever you just go to the edX.org, you will get a lot of courses are made available under the edX. Finally, the end of the day, probably anybody is enrolling for the headaches, you will get the certification. Probably that is that will even more value for as well understanding, because some of the faculty who are all involved in the MIT as well as Harvard, these are all the faculty developed the courses. Probably you will have some kind of credential as well as some kind of validation to your certificate or whatever the thing. Then as far as India is concerned, because already given under the NMICT, National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, they started for the national program on technology enhanced learning under the NPTEL. This is again under the NPTEL. This was started in 2003. Because only for understanding this entire NPTEL program, only 7 IITs and also 1 IICs, probably put together of almost 8 institutes for the in the entire country they're operating for under the NPTEL. Every cycle, probably taking into consideration from this 2017 to till today, there's so many courses is released by the 9 national coordinator. Under the 9 national coordinator, NPTEL is mainly coordinating for technical courses as well as for the technical courses for the undergraduate, technical courses for the postgraduate. As far as for the NPTEL, they're releasing for the more than 100 plus subject in a cycle. So this is something very important. Even they're taking for the 7 IITs and 1 IIC, they're producing for the more than 100 plus courses. But as well as an understanding for the entire country, anybody is aware of it, how many universities were there in the entire country, including central universities, state universities, or maybe taking for the deemed to be universities? Just again, curiosity. Just tell me one number, any number. How many
186.
in the entire country?
186.
Huh?
186. 86.
186. Oh, almost earlier it was there 850, now it comes to 900 plus, including your central university, state, private university, and deemed to be university. Put together all the thing, you guess how many subject releasing for this cycle? Probably 7 IITs and 1 IIC, they're releasing for almost 100 plus subject in a cycle. But looking for almost 950, whatever the universities are maybe taking into consider. So only we are releasing for the almost 40 subjects. See the important component, probably in the upcoming days, this will having some kind of important role, as well as for the universities has to play a very important role for the developing for the massive open online courses. As far as an understanding, the teacher involvement is trying for the gradually is decreasing as well as for the university setup is concerned. This is something very important. Probably in that they will make mandate for each teacher should have a one courses need to be developed for the under the MOOC. Probably that will having some kind of thing. Then as a teacher, probably call it as instructional design. Probably start for developing the MOOC courses. Probably we need to be followed some kind of principles. Then also we'll have some kind of procedure. Then also we need to be go for some kind of instruction materials, and also we need to understand for the what are the lessons we are going to be delivering in the form of the in the e-content or whatever the thing. So here you are all familiar with this ADAI model: analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. As far as taking for this ADAI model, there is a 7 main categories again that need to be linked with any faculties focusing for the developing the MOOC courses. We need to be keep it in mind. These are all the some of the component core requirement. One is very important. We need to understand audience, overall the audience that need to be before framing subject title as well as for the syllabi of the particular subject. We need to understand overall the audience, whether the audience is only targeted for the undergraduate student, or maybe audience is the postgraduate student, or maybe you are making for the mix with UG and PG. Then also your general, whatever the in general or maybe generic courses or something like that, probably you need to be as an audience that has to be decided as a course coordinator. So as a faculty for started for developing the MOOC courses, then again framing the syllabus, then you decide for overall the audience. Then again taking into consideration heterogeneous and homogeneous target group. This is something very important. Probably under the choice-based credit system also there is an, we call it as an open elective. Under this open elective or various other component, because already they'll given for the mandate, somebody is studying for the MSc physics, they can study for some kind of literature as an open elective, that is an optional. Probably that can gain the knowledge, something like that. These are all the some of the things we call it as an heterogeneous and homogeneous target group that need to be decided. Then again structures, because when you developing the MOOC courses, because already important, we need to understand the entire thing is we have the almost by and large all the semester probably each subject having for the 4 credit. Anybody having for the less than 4 credit, anybody having for the more than 4 credit in a subject. Yes, I'm audible, sir.
You're audible, sir. You're
Audible,
audible.
Okay, any subject is in your probably in your courses, any subject is more than 4 credit exemption.
No, sir.
Any case is less than 4 credit. So majority probably looking your syllabi, looking for the various programs. By and large, they'll given for the 4 credit. The mandate for there in the 4 credit. Probably very limited cases is less than the 4 credit, 3 credit, or maybe limited cases only for the 5 credit, 6 credit, or something like that. In general, almost the majority of the courses or maybe programs is offered each subject having for the 4 credit. Here, then also each credit, then also even if you take a looking for the University Grant Commission, also they made for the lot of model curriculum. Probably whenever you free, probably in the respective subject, that's the model curriculum is made available in the University Grant Commission. Looking the thing, then also given for the each courses, there are also number of units. Probably as a teacher, we need to be involved for the development of the MOOC courses. We need to understand how many units. Probably you want to make it a 4 unit, you want to make it a 3 units, you want to make it as a 6 units, something like that. So probably number of unit you need to be decided. Then also given for the each unit, then also how many within the unit, then what are the quiz elements need to be added. Then which are all the content will like resource elements. We call it as a document. Probably given the particular document, they read the document, they'll come out, they'll have to make some kind of critique based on the document or something like that. Then also some of the thing communication section. This is given for the video content. What are the deliverables in the form of the video lecture? This is something very important. That has to be decided as a structure of that course. Then again taking for the participant requirement. So here very important credit transfer, online certification, online and proctored examination. So this is something important. Probably some student have joined for the undergraduate or maybe postgraduate. Probably that is having advantage for the credit transfer. Probably whichever the course that they learn, probably they'll get for the credit transfer, they will get earn the credit. But in general, probably some of the faculty or maybe some of the other in general public, they will join for the MOOC courses. They'll only for the certification, not required for any credit, only for the certification. Probably as a teacher, while developing the MOOC courses, while framing these proposal, we need to be decided whether you want offering for the credit course or you want to only for the certification course or something like that. Then also you have to give the modality of the examination. Then we call it as a mode of examination, whether you want to take for the online. Online means the entire thing is CBT, computer-based test. Then also taking for the other maybe proctored exam, we call it as an hybrid. They'll given for the you can pen paper also there, then you can use. So this is again you decided by as a teacher while making for the thing. Then assignments formulated in a clear, understandable to heterogeneous audience. Then also already media design, creative common license already made available. The communication is forms, discussion, so many other things. These are the some of the as a criteria or maybe as a categories we need to be followed for the approach for development of MOOC courses. Then under this overall as well as the thing, Minister of Human Resource Development or Minister of Education, they'll given for the study webs of active learning for experiments as about Swayam. Then also given for 3 cardinal principles as education policy, access, equity, and quality. This is something. So anybody can access for this, whatever the courses made available in the Swayam platform. Then also given for the opportunity for the equity. Then also taken into consideration whichever the courses is made available, there is a quality. This is something very important. Any faculty, any teacher for developing the MOOC courses, we need to be submit the proposal. Then also there is a national level steer committee. This committee will review for the entire proposal. Then based on the thing, they'll approve the proposal. So these are some of the various that whatever the things were. That's why we have the very good quality of the courses made available in the Swayam platform. The entire Swayam that start from 9th class to till post graduation. So under the Swayam platform, anybody studying for the 9th class, they can enroll for the courses. Anybody studying for the post graduation, they can enroll the course. So this is starting from 9th class to up to till post graduation. Anyone, anywhere at any time. This is already you're familiar with the thing. Then under the Swayam, then again it is a one-stop web and mobile-based interactive platform ranging from high school to university level. Then also high quality learning experience using multimedia and anytime, anywhere basis. This is something important because as far as an understanding, we need to be follow what is there in the norms and standards or maybe guidelines is given by the Ministry of Education for development of the MOOC courses. But other side, probably looking for thing because we also got an opportunity to work with the government under the Administrative Training Institute. In the government of Karnataka Administrative Training Institute, they're providing training for all these officers, including for starting from the D group 2 up to that highest. Overall, they're in the highest professional, they're also giving for the training. Then as University of Mysore given an opportunity for developing the MOOC courses, But one of the interesting thing is we need to be required more animated. So under the thing, probably anybody have seen for this, probably in your room, any children already they involved for this using for the Baizu and other thing. There are lot of animated work were there in the under the Baizu and other thing. Probably looking for the Baizu, probably if you any developing for the one course in the Baizu for the 4 credit or whatever thing, probably they're costing about 40 to 50 lakh. But as far as for the in the University Grant Commission as well as for the Ministry of Education, they'll given for a 13.5 lakh for the developing the course. Probably in the this is something very important, very difficult to go for the more focused on the animated or whatever the thing. This is something were there because anyhow they'll use for the enriched multimedia whatever the other company animated. Then also state of the art system to allow easy access and monitoring certification. Then also there is in each course they'll given for the peer group interaction. Then also given for the discussion forum and clarify the doubts. Then also taking for the hybrid model of delivery that adds the quality of the classroom teaching. Then Microsoft, this is very important. Up to till today, the Microsoft is taken for the providing for the service, providing for the IT platform for the entire country. Probably in the last meeting, we had a last meeting with the Minister of Education as well as for the University Grant Commission. They are going to be taking for there is probably you're all familiar with there is a program called as EduSat. Anybody is familiar with EduSat? Yes. Yes, I am audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so HOSAT programs were there. This was introduced for the very early. We call it as an outreach program, probably under the HOSAT program. Probably more than 1,500 to almost 3,000 institutes were registered under the HOSAT. They are running for the only for the outreach program. Probably in the high school to up to a technical institute, they are offering for this HOSAT program. By now, probably they are going to be take for these all the IT services provided by the HOSAT program. Probably that is last meeting they have decided instead of the thing. So far that Microsoft is given for the entire that MOOC courses IT platform. One of the interesting thing is 2017 we started, the University of Mysore started for the first cycle in 2017. At the time we are finding difficulty for viewing the video. So any student enrolled for the courses, there is a lot of complaint because it will take too much time for the streaming the video. That is probably not in the internet, probably the users or so many other reasons. Now they made it for the mandate. After the first cycle, the second cycle onwards, they made it for the in a minute. Probably more than 20,000 students can view the video in a minute. So something like that they given for the bandwidth they created. That's also very important as well as for the thing under the Swayam platform. Then as a national coordinator, these are all the national coordinator is identified by the Government of India under the Ministry of Education as well as for the University Grant Commission under the massive open online courses. So University Grant Commission coordinating for the non-technology postgraduate degree program. Even this also again given for the this what is the CEC. CEC is taking for the after COVID 2020-21 onwards. They're coordinating both undergraduate as well as for the postgraduate non-technical courses coordinated by the Consortium for Education and Communication, New Delhi. Then taking for NPTEL is providing for technical engineering UG and PG degree programs. Anybody interested for the developing for the technical courses, then again you need to approach for the NPTEL. Again, that directly controlled by the AICT. AICT is the autonomous body for the coordinating for the national NPTEL program. Then also IGNO also offering for the so many diplomas and certificates and program. Then NCERT also offering for the so many program for the related with the class 9 to 12 classes. Then National Institute of Open Schooling also offering for the so many courses. Then IIMB Bangalore is the national coordinator for only for the management program. Any courses is a management program that is available. That is the national coordinator is the IIMB Bangalore. Then NITAR Chennai, you're all familiar with the National of Technical Teacher Training Research Institute. Probably it is there all over the India. Probably more than 4 or 5 NITAR were there. Again, whatever the ARPIT program. So this 2019 they introduced for the annual refresher program for the teacher. 72 programs are introduced under the NITAR only. So the National Institute of Technical Teacher Training Research Institute, they are offering for the teacher training programs for the in the entire country. These are all the national coordinators for there. Under this Swayam initiative, because already you are all familiar with this is a digital platform given for the open access to the information, education and learning, because already given to anywhere, anytime, anywhere, everyone. Then another interesting as well as for the 2016, probably you can whenever you free just you can Google it. 2016 under the whatever the UGC credit framework guidelines, under the guidelines they'll given for the 20% of the credit can be given through the Swayam platform. Any student harm for the credit under the Swayam platform directly that can be credited or maybe his mark sheet. So this is something very important. Probably looking for the thing in the present context. if anybody teaching in the postgraduate level, what is the total credit for the entire program? What is the minimum total credit? Yes,
Yes, sir.
anybody?
72.
72, correct. So in the 72, probably in a semester, how many credit? In a semester?
20 to 21, sir.
Yes, 20 to 21. Probably taking for the 20, then I give the 20%. So almost one subject is a mandate for need to be there for in the each semester. So this is something already there in the 2016 guidelines. They made mandate for 20% of the credit harm through the Swayam then can be allowed. So this is again, if they're making for the mandate, probably taken into consideration each semester, probably out of 20 credit, probably 16 credit we need to be go for the traditional classroom, 4 credit they will enrolling for the same courses. Probably that is there in the thing. But after COVID, again March 2021, then also there is a revised guideline they introduced for University Grant Commission as well as for Ministry of Education. They'll also given for the up to 40% of the credit weightages. Then also given for the more blended learning, which proportion up to 40% online mode. This is something we need to be relook into it. Probably we need to be allow for the 40% of the credit. It has to be earned through the online courses. Probably we need to be go for 60% in the traditional classroom. So this is something already there in the guidelines. Probably they will going to, because already they're full plates for taking into consideration for the implementing for the various these under the NEP National Education Policy 2020. Then also various other initiatives they'll given for the more emphasis is given for the this online education. Probably I think you're all aware of it. Probably so many universities has got for the online fully online courses is offering. But again, it has to get approval from the University Grant Commission as well as for the Ministry of Education. In our university also they are running for the so many online courses that is for the full-fledged online only. They'll given for the more weightages, then also given for the dual degree program, probably given for the dual degree at a time they can do for the dual degree. There's so many things, so many initiatives there in the thing for the as well as for the University Grant Commission as well as Ministry of Education. They'll also given for the 40% weightages, probably if taken into consideration 40%, probably we need to be stick on to 60% in the traditional classroom. The 40% probably they're having for the so many other things. Probably I think already these are all the some of the content already given in our any university already there in the implementation of NEP, probably given for the multiple entry and multiple exit. So based on the thing, probably they'll given. Then also they can harm the credit for the various other universities that are offering for the various courses. That credit can be incorporated in our mark sheet. So this is something already there under the thing. Probably they'll given for the 40% in the 2021 guidelines. Then also access to the best of knowledge and best of teachers, because very important. Whichever the courses, probably some of the courses probably looking for the which are all the premier universities or maybe institute were there for the entire country. Probably Indian Institute of Science, so many professors is developing for the MOOC courses. Then also taken into All Institute of Medical Science, then National Law School, New Delhi. So many things, which are all these premier institutions they're offering for the so many courses. Probably in our student also they're familiar, they can enroll the courses, then get the certification. Probably that is an advantage. Probably they'll having some kind of gain the best knowledge that whatever the component. Then these are all some of the courses were there, 9th cycle, 10th cycle. Now we are in the as well as 11th cycle. Probably now January already the subject is released by the November itself, as well as for the 12th cycle is concerned. Probably that will be enrollment start from January. This is something for there. As a teacher, before taking for the any kind of mindset for before taking decision, we need to understand for the as an eligibility. This is important. In the earlier case, in the 2017, they made it for the minimum 10 years experience in the PG level. The teacher can be eligible to develop the MOOC courses initial stage. Then later, we also then approach for the various other things. Probably they reduce for the 5 years to PG teaching experience. As on today, this is also not there. Now, as on today, they made it for the thing either you're teaching in the UG and the PG. That is not a mandate. Only should have minimum 5 years experience at either in the UG and PG level. Then you are eligible to develop the MOOC courses. We call it as a course coordinator. Then also taking for the course selection, probably you decide whether you want to touch the, because as far as an understanding under the choice-based credit system in the present in our University of Mysore, we have the hardcore, as well we call it as a soft core, then also we call it as elective, then also we call it as open elective. So here, some of the thing, hardcore, we are not touching for hardcore, we are not touching for the soft core also. Probably we are given for the more emphasis given for the open elective, because open elective, they'll given for the thing. Probably as a teacher, you decide for whether you want to developing for the hardcore subject or you want to developing for the soft core subject, whether you want to taking for the elective subject, that has to be decided for the thing. Then also target audience, then also there is a demand driven. This is something very important in the present context. Probably whichever the courses you are going to be developing, then also taken made available in the Swayam platform, then there is a demand. Probably looking for the present context, probably you're all heard about for the various things. Probably there's a lot of that whatever the competency is there, then also a lot of upcoming courses is coming. Probably taking for the artificial intelligence, are you taken into consider the machine learning, are you taken into consider for the whatever the robotic operations, so many things. These are all the some of the upcoming areas. There are so many courses were there. Probably you taking into consider. Then taking for the digital marketing, because this is also one of the interesting thing is digital marketing. Then also taken into consider the various cyber crime. So many things. These are the some of the upcoming area. These upcoming area there is a demand driven. So probably you decide before taking for the course selection which are all the demand driven, which are all the courses is essential in the present domain or maybe present context. Demand in masses, courses, syllabus coverage. These are all something very important to take the course selection. Then self capability means this is something creation of the team. So as a teacher, because already given, this is we call it as a project. Probably if any teacher is involved for the developing the MOOC courses, Government of India through the Ministry of Education as well as for the University Grant Commission, they'll give for the 13.5 lakh. Based on the 13.5 lakh, then again they'll give for the whatever the thing. Then again you create your own team. Either maybe course coordinator can be involved for the delivering for the 30% of the content. Probably rest 70% of the content probably can have for the in your institute for in your colleague, or maybe can take for the other whatever the neighboring institute or maybe other sister department. Probably can use for the as an expertise. Then based on the creation of the team, adequate multimedia engagement. These are all the some of the thing, because already there is in Minister of Education as well as for the University Grant Commission, there is an various MPanel agency were available in the entire country. Then also taking for the thing, there is so many education multimedia resource centers working in the respective university. In our university, we have the EMMRC. Probably any courses need to be developed through the MOOC courses, then EMMRC they're taking into consider for the developing and whatever the editing as well as for the video recording and other things that are done through the EMMRC. So this is something we decided. Then also there is an every year that Government of India through the Ministry of Education, they're employing for which are all the agency employed agency for development of the MOOC courses. These people also will help you for the thing. Then again, as soon as you need to be make your mindset for developing the MOOC courses, probably consent from the university. Then again, we need to be obtained a consent from the university from the through the administrative head, probably in the through the register. Then another interesting, probably you're the Swayam coordinator. Probably I think by and large initial stage, all the university they're nominated or appointed for the Swayam coordinator for as a single point of contact for the nodal person for contacting for the that whatever the UGC as well as for the university with respect to the online courses. So based on the thing, probably that in your university already there is the Swayam coordinator. Probably he will help you for, he or she will help you for how to develop the courses. Then also taking for the getting the consent from the university, respective university or whatever the thing. Then these are all the some of the as well as an understanding we need to be taking for some kind of self decision for course coordinator, homework before the content creation. These are the some of the component for that. I will not go detail. Then as a teacher involving for the development of the MOOC courses, we need to be subject matter experts, very important. Then also we need to benefit from the review. Whatever the content you have delivered, somebody has to review the content, whether this content is relevant to the in the particular whatever the syllabi you designed or whatever the thing. Then also we have the team of the editing, whatever the content you have delivered, that has to be edited. Then also we need to be in this multimedia team, probably taking in the studio animation and other kind of thing. Then also we need to be taking for the, usually they follow for the introductory video. So anytime you are submitting your proposal, then also you should have a minimum that what are the 5 minutes introductory video for the about the course that need to be there. Then approach to the university Swayam coordinator, they will facilitate for you are submitting your LPO for the how to prepare the proposal, how to submit the proposal. Again, it is an online process. Then that is a sample from the Swayam UGC MOOCs site. Probably whenever you free, probably one of the interesting thing is UGC MOOCs, we call it as a vertical of Swayam. Under the UGC MOOCs, because UGC MOOCs is offering for the PG, we call it as a vertical of Swayam. So just you can type it in the Google UGC MOOCs, probably they directly take you to the UGC MOOCs website. Under this website, you can see for the go to the download, you will find the lot of materials is made available under the in the download hyperlink. There you will get for the various guidelines, then also taken into how to prepare the Swayam courses, then what are the mandate, what are the criteria we need to follow. Everything is there in the under the thing, probably can download it. Then go to the proposal, then again there is a UGC MOOCs implement. This is again the coordinating for the taking the proposal. Then also we need a 15 weeks course content detailing the topic wise we need to be given. So based on the thing, as soon as you submit the proposal, then again we have to wait for the UGC response, because UGC also there is an technical committee reviewing for your proposal. Based on the thing, if the project is approved, then the release for the your whatever 13.5 lakh, then also given for the 10% of 13.5 lakh. The fund is given for the as soon as your project is approved. We call it as in development of the MOOC courses. Then also post institute 1 week program. Then also content also given 1 week content to be delivered as a proposal. Need approval of the content from the UGC after confirmation remaining work to be continued. So because 1 week the content need to be submitted for the UGC. UGC is there in a suggestion and modification. Based on the thing, you can go ahead with the other thing. Then also interaction with the Swayam, UGC invitation as a course creation, login, credential, upload. These are all the mandates were there. Probably whenever you free, any faculty is interested to developing for the MOOC courses, probably can approach for the Swayam coordinator for your university, or maybe approach anybody, or you directly can go to the Enrolment. That is a proposal, UGC MOOCs proposal. So there will get a lot of information, lot of material, then also credentials, how to prepare the proposal and other kind of. Then also there is a common template they made it only for the fill in the blanks. Just already there is a common template, only fill the whatever the information you require. Based on the thing you can develop for the MOOC courses. Then usually the entire the courses is given for the 4 quadrant. We call it as a 4 quadrant, taking into consider. Usually taken into consider for the 8 to 10 pages. That is for the thing. 3000 words is there in the thing. Then also entire thing, that video content 25 to 30 minutes divided into 3 per 10 minutes each. This is something important as well as an understanding. They'll taking for the one module, they're taking for the 30 minutes module. Under the 30 minutes module, because entire course probably taking for the 4 credit course, again it should have a 40 hours. That is for the 40 hours. That is for the learning duration. Out of 40 hours, 20 hours is given for the weightages only for the video content. Probably 50% weightage is given for the video content. That has to be video lecture component need to be delivered. Under the 20 hours, they made it at the 40 modules. So 30 hours, 30 minutes of the each module. They are having for the 40 modules in the 4 credit courses. Each 30 hours, the 30 minutes module, they given for the 10 minutes splitted. That can be taken into consider for the thing, but for that also enriched multimedia animation. There's so many other components. Then also rest 50% of these content assessment they're taking for the various component were there. Then already you are all familiar with the as well as for the guidelines, UGC guidelines, as well as given for the more emphasis development of the complete MOOC 4 quadrant. You will get for the 20 credit. Then also taking for the various, if you are involving for the delivering for the particular model, you will get for some point. Then also you are taking for the some kind of coordinating, so many other things. So these are the some of the that whatever the APA scoring. Finally, as a teacher, we need to be taking for the whatever the work we are doing. Finally, we need to be, that has to be taking for the appraisal. Under the appraisal, how much points you are getting, that point also playing very important role. Then also given for the more emphasis given under the 2018 regulation for the as well as for the under the recruitment regulation. They'll given for the more weightages given for the as a any teacher involving for the development of the MOOC courses. Under the 4 quadrant approach already given, quadrant 1, quadrant 2, 3, 4. So based on the thing, quadrant 1 they given for the 50% weightages already given. If they developing for the 4 credit course, that is for the 40 hours. Out of 40 hours, the 20 hours should be there in the quadrant 1 given for the video and audio content. It is there in the thing. Then rest 3 quadrant, that is there in the thing. 50% that is for the e-content. Probably some of the content you are given for the PDF form. Some of the thing e-books probably can give the search the book. Then they can read the book, they write their critic. Then also some of the thing, the demonstration for the various videos or maybe some PPT or whatever the thing. Probably reading the video or maybe reading that whatever the component, viewing the video. Then also come out with some kind of that whatever the critics or something like that. Then also a lot of web resources are made available. This is again you need to be either you want a case study or maybe some kind of linking with the e-books, journals. That all the references, web resource can be linked. That is for the quadrant 3. Then also self-assessment. Again, it is the you are making for the usually any courses developing for the MOOC courses. Anybody is enrolling for the MOOC courses. Usually, they'll commonality over there for the there is some kind of number of that whatever the quizzes will be there. Probably initially they'll make for the one quiz for understanding for the how that audience will be understanding for the entire subject domain or whatever the thing. Then based on the thing, you can change the delivery model for the upcoming whatever the delivery content or whatever the thing. Then again, we need to taking for these are all the some of the component. Probably entire 40 hours credit or 4 credit 40 hours under the MOOC courses. That 50% is given for the quadrant 1. That is for the video and audio content. Rest 50% is given for the e-content, web resource and self-assessment. Then again, as a Swayam coordinator, because already you are all familiar with the thing, Swayam coordinator is a single point of contact from the UGCs as well as for the respective university. They are also taking for the initiative, taking the initiative for the forward. these are all the some of the things because 2000 that whatever 16, 19 July they introduced for the regulation. Under the regulation also made mandate for Swayam notify courses in June and November. This is already there in the thing. Every year there is a 2 cycles. It's the same what we are running for the semester system. Like that, every June 1st they're releasing the subject. Then again that enrollment will be there up to August or something like that. Then again releasing for the November 1st, that enrollment will be there up to January or something like that. So this is again that is a notification will be there. Then again given for the credit transfer, learning courses, choices of courses, because already given 20% now in the present guidelines, up to 40% allowed for the under the Swayam platform. Then as a mandate, because already under the UGC, whatever the credit framework guidelines under the MOOCs, as well as for the amendment. So we need to be there for the amendment of respect to Board of Studies as well as for the Academic Council, various regulations. This is mandate. Each institute, anybody want to enrolling for the Swayam courses or maybe credit transfer, probably we need to be modify our competent authority for whatever the regulations for there. Then select the courses, because as soon as subject is released, this is made available for the entire country. Probably bring it to the notice of the student. Then you decide for which courses need to be enrolled for the particular student or whatever the thing. Then also designate course coordinator. This is something important. We call it as a mentors. Because one of the interesting thing is probably if your university already there in the national accreditation, they will ask you for the student teacher mentorship. This mentorship also playing very, very important role. Under the Swayam also we have appointed for so many mentors. Each department, the mentor will be facilitated for as soon as subject is released, then also bring it to the notice of the student. These are all the courses are made available under the Swayam platform. Then also they will assist for these courses is more useful because they will have to check with their present that whatever the syllabi. Based on the thing, these are all the courses is more important. Probably can gain knowledge or something like that. That will assist. This is something for there. Then further the taking for the registration, evaluation, then all certification, all the component for there. I will not go into detail. Usually each universities there is a Swayam coordinator for the coordinating for the entire university through bids within the university as well as for the university grant commission. The same kind of thing, each university they are also appointed for the so many mentors. In our university we have appointed almost 63 Swayam mentors. These Swayam mentors take the UGC MOOCs initiative forward to the select the subject and relevant. Then also mandate student in the department college to participate in the UGC MOOCs and Swayam courses. They will insist for these are all the courses as made available, enrollment of the students. Then also take care of some extent they will assist for how to enroll the courses, disseminate the information about the course to the student, ensure that students are actively participating in the course. This is something worth it because in the earlier cycle, the very important they made for the mandate for attendance. So very important as soon as if their login, then you start for video viewing. Then also your time will start. Then also counting for the what is the time you have viewed the video or something like that. That is also one of the initiative introduced for the in the university grant commission. Now because that is not made mandate. Now earlier it was there in the thing. So based on the thing, you should have actively participating for the whatever the courses. Probably you have seen for the whatever the data you have presented, almost 3 crore plus student have enrolled. But when come to the certification is very nominal student get the certification. Because there is something probably all the students were enrolling, but they are not actively participating for the submitting the assignment or maybe participating the online quizzes or maybe something like that, submitting for the various other form, or maybe they are not having time to view the video and other things. So many reasons. Probably when come to the registration of the exam is very minimal. Then also qualifying is also normally 60% or something like that. This is something very important. One of the interesting thing is probably 2019 they introduced for the annual refresher program in the teachers. Under this ARPIT program, almost 5,000 plus teachers were enrolled for these courses. You guess what is the percentage of the past? Anybody's?
Sir, it's hardly it was a 3% or 4%, sir.
Is it 2%? This is one of the thing. Probably earlier there is for the higher education minister was there in the some kind of. So he has started because teacher itself is only 2% is qualified for the thing. So then probably later they also made some kind of modality, even Swayam also, because in the first cycle in our university almost 500 plus students have enrolled. Only hardly there's 100 plus students have passed. The rest of the students have failed because of various reasons. So now they're taking into consider some extent probably now taking for the entire country almost 60% or maybe above 60% is whichever the student have enrolled, they're getting for this some certification or something like that, some kind of thing. Because very important as a Swayam mentor, they need to facilitate for participating these courses actively. submitting their assignment on time, then also taking for the clearing the doubts, whatever the conduct online. These are the some of the things as a role of these Swayam mentors in the respective department. Then elements of the overall that whatever the Swayam courses syllabus template that need to be prepared. Pre and post course survey. This is again as soon as your course is completed, then also they're taking for the survey, then also they decided. Then also taking for the course overview, course timeline, list of announcement, instruction on synchronized and asynchronous engagement. These are all the some of the things as a mandate, as a template were there in the while developing for the MOOC courses. Then also already there is a already given credit framework for online learning courses through Swayam. Regulation is there 19 July 2016. Under this regulation, they made no university shall refuse any student for credit mobility. So this is something probably if the student is come forward, they will earn for the 20% of the credit through the Swayam. So we need to incorporate his or her mark sheet. That is for the whatever the credit earned through the Swayam. Then also given for in the present regulation 2021 regulation also made for the up to 40% of the credit allowed through the Swayam. If the student is 40%, they are going for the only Swayam, probably we need to be follow only traditional classroom will be there for only for the 60%. That is for the thing. Then also given for the every institution shall within 4 weeks from the date of issue of this regulation shall be incorporated and also get the approval from the competent. This is also made mandate for the as a regulation is concerned in the 2016 itself. By 2021, they'll given a very important higher education may allow only up to 40% through the thing. So this is given for the as a rider taking into consider up to 40%, they can be allowed through the soil. So this is something very important given under the 2021 regulation under the University Grant Commission. Then looking for the e-content development under the EPG Padasal also there. This is again some of the content is made available EPG Padasal in the earlier NMSC project. Then also taken into quadrant because already given for the quadrant approach various component. Then I will not go detail here. Then probably under this methodology to develop on the host content, this is again we call it as a principal investigator or we call it as a course coordinator. Then you decide for the submitting the proposal. Then also given for the 30% probably a principal coordinator will be delivering the content. Rest 70% probably can pull from the different department or expertise from the different field. Based on the thing, then also you have the theme of this, whatever the content reviewer, language editor, then also whatever the multimedia team, whatever the thing. This is already they'll given for the breakup in the proposal. Probably can, whenever you probably just you can go to the UGC MOOCs, go to the download. There you can download for the, all the regulation guidelines are made available. Under the guidelines and regulation, they'll given for the breakup cost of the whatever the 13.5 lakh is given for each course coordinator. Probably 2 lakh rupees is a remuneration for the course coordinator. This is again in the span of whatever the you are training for the 3 to 4 months, whatever the duration of the thing. Probably each course coordinator will get for the whatever the 2 lakh rupees as a remuneration. Probably this is as an additional advantage for the teacher involving for the Swayam courses. Then also will get for the credit. Then go to the EPG Padasal. Probably under the EPG Padasal that will taking for the late whenever the Minister of Education initiative there will discuss in detail. These are all the subjects are made available. Taking for the types of courses available in the Swayam platform. Earlier is awesome the 20 hours courses are available. Probably now only limited courses are made available. These 20 hours courses. Majority of the courses is available for the 40 hours. Taking for the it's a 12-week courses, 3 to 4 hours lecture per week. Then 2 quizzes. Then also mostly the following for the whatever in the NPTEL course model or whatever the thing. This is something important. Probably whenever if we go to the Swayam, probably under the Swayam. Probably you will get all these engineering, sciences, humanities, management courses are made available under the Swayam platform. But taking for the student journey map on Swayam because create learning plan. Then also taking for the various, this is a journey we taking for the under the digital hotspot. Then application process, program planning, course and schedule optimization. Then also taking for the student portal assessment. These are all the some of the that whatever the taking for the journey under the Swayam. Probably that can be learned for the under the in this Swayam platform. Then this is again, this is the we call it the key highlights. This 2023. We had a recent 2 weeks back. We had a meeting with the Joint Secretary, Minister of Education, as well as for the University Grant Commission Secretary. Under this meeting, they come out with highlighting for the key highlights of the 2020-23. Under the 2023, almost 37 million enrollments on Swayam, representing all state of India. So this is very important. Almost 37 million students have enrolled for Swayam courses as on 2023. Then this Swayam was formed in 2017 by Honorable President of India. This is the initiation. Then again they'll given for the as on today, UGC also made notification up to 40% of the credits can be claimed through the from Swayam. So this is as an advantage for the student. Probably if the student is more interested for the joining the online courses, probably there is an advantage up to 40% of the credit they can earn through the Swayam platform. Then Swayam courses are designed by esteemed institutions like IIT, IIC, IIM, NPTEL, CEC, IGNOU, etc. These are all something very important. Probably under the NEP also given for some kind of multiple exit and entry. Then also they can earn credit. Probably one of the interesting thing is, but that some of the component is very difficult to implement it because under the present context, somebody is studying in here in the University of Mysore. Probably there is we have so many affiliated colleges, probably the affiliated colleges or maybe autonomous colleges or maybe so many other PG department. Probably some student want to learn some courses in the highest Indian Institute of Science. Probably if they're taking into consider if they're that also flexibility need to be provided, probably uniform whatever the calendar of event for the entire country. Then only you can able to taking for the multiple enter and exit. Then also you can earn credit for the different institute. This is something over there. It's very difficult to do for the under the various platform under the NEP. But as far as and today, as well as for the key highlight of the Swayam courses, probably they can earn for these various premier institution as a professor involved for develop the courses IIT, IIC that can be learned through the you can enroll for the thing. This is also one of the component. So far, 3087 unique courses have been developed till date for technical, non-technical disciplines. So this is something we need to be keep it in mind. Almost 3087 courses already developed. Then also presently the Swayam credits are recognized by 293 universities. So entire country almost 293 university already there because now already given some number again almost 900 plus universities were there for the entire country. Only 293, almost 300 university are made mandate for given the credit and also made some kind of regulation in the competent authority in the respect university for the credit mobility or credit transfer for the under the Swayam. Then also taking for the Swayam board has approved 1,247 courses for upcoming January. This is something unique in the present context. Probably we are seeing from this since the first cycle up to till now. Now we call it the 12th cycle. This cycle already November itself they introduced for the almost 1,247 courses is made available under the Swayam platform under the 9 national coordinator. These courses start from January 2024. Then also given as a University Grant Commission as well as for the Ministry of Education, what time it's the break?
Sir, 11:15 to 11:45, sir.
11:15. Still another 5 minutes, 2 minutes I'll take.
2 minutes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So as far as an understanding, taking for 1,247 course, this is the first kind of in India under the Swayam platform. There is a more courses are made available under the Swayam platform with all the nine national coordinator. Now also made mandate for each university as well as for the each institute, whichever the institute getting some kind of that whatever the grants are, whatever the thing getting from the University Grant Commission, ACT or whatever the component, they have to give for how many students have enrolled. Probably that will be notified in the public gazette or maybe notified in the website of the University Grant Commission. Each university is institute how many students have enrolled for the Swayam courses. Probably January that is that enrollment start. Probably January ending, probably February first week or second week, each university or maybe each institute, we need to be update in the how many students have enrolled for the Swayam courses or something like this. Is again they'll making for stringently they're going to be implementing for the Swayam courses. That is also there in the thing. Then also given for because already given that's the primary education is involved for developing the courses. Then also taking for the currently that even earlier only for the given for the restricted only for the Indian student can access for this whatever the Swayam platform under the indigenously built Swayam whatever the app and Swayam platform. Now they given for the this is also given for currently can access for the international students also. This is also there's a demand driven courses also made available. These courses can be accessed by the international students also. This is some advantages given under the in the present context. Then another benefits of these Swayam courses as a university perspective, we taking for the multidisciplinary approach because we are taking for the various component and earlier we are taking for the interdisciplinary, you are taking for the multidisciplinary, then also further you are making for transdisciplinary or whatever the thing. Based on the thing, this is again you'll get the benefit of multidisciplinary programs front of combining best courses. This is something as an advantage for the university is concerned. Then also university have an opportunity to associate with reputable brand name IIT, IIM, whatever the thing, strengthening the own brand reputation. This is something as an advantage for the as university perspective. Then another interesting thing, a national testing agency. This is NTA is created by the Government of India. So NTA is coordinating for the entire country for conducting the Swayam courses. Because in the first and second cycle, that is conducted by the University Grant Commission. Even University of Mysore also one among the nodal center for conducting the examination. At the time, Net Bureau is taken the lead for in the entire country for conducting the Swayam examination. Then later they created for the national testing agency for the entire country. Now after third cycle onwards, the entire country, that whatever the Swayam examination conducted by the national testing agency, that is everything. Then also universities can attract more students which left earlier due to absence of specific elective course. This is something probably you are also offering for the open elective. Probably sometimes various reason, probably the particular student are absent, probably they can opt it for the, there is an advantage for join for the Swayam courses through the Swayam platform. Then also taking further, there is an industry standard skills available in the vertical 3 of Swayam. This is something very important. Then also given for the local chapter. So local chapter, they also started for the thing, each colleges or maybe each university then created local chapter. You can facilitate for this student enrollment as well as for the updating for the Swayam courses, then also creating awareness or whatever the thing. This is something important because already they started. Probably I'll stop it here. We can continue in the after what time?
45, sir.
7:45.
Okay. So probably 12:45 will take. Probably 12:45, 12:50, probably 10 minutes will be given for the discussion for whatever the first session as well as for the second session.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.